Hello and welcome back. I just wanted to do a little video today on AutogenStudio running completely locally using LM Studio and running Llama 3 right now. So this is all just going locally and these agents are working really wonderfully. I'll show you. Here's the LM Studio server running. I'm using the Dolphin 2.9, the uncensored Llama 3 8 billion actually model, quantized 8 quantized at 8 bits. You can see it's getting. Here's my request. Thank you for finding. Oh no, that's not my request. That is the agents talking to each other. Content. Thank you for finding those archive papers. So it's relatively speedy. I'm getting maybe I don't know 6, 7 tokens a second. You look, it's responding right now. However fast that is, um, 6, 7 tokens a second. It needs to be a lot faster to really be convenient. I think that once we get this Llama 3 level performance in terms of quality of the responses and AI model itself, once we get that level of quality, but a 2 or 300 token a second uh, inference speed, I think that these AIs are just going to fly, and I think we'll see AI agents just take off. So that's just a little bit of my how I think this is all going to go. But let's look at this, what it's doing. These are my two agents. They're talking back and forth to each other. The prompt that I sent in this time was, what are the most promising scientific advances in archive papers in regards to future of space travel and energy production? I'm interested in propulsion breakthroughs and miniaturization of energy production particularly. So you can go here to the Windows server and see, this was my first, that was the previous request right here. Find archive papers on semiconductors and computing. Uh, oh, not there, here. So that was the conversation it had there. Let's see, where's it's going to be a little, whatever. In any case, you can track, it's going back. I may cut that out. I spent a little bit too much time right there looking for this, but it's going back and forth. Explore new areas of physics, quantum corrections, indeed a crucial area of research for developing blah, 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 blah. Oh, here's actually I just found it. Here's the one I just sent in, energy products production, interested in whatever. So you can see from there, it goes from, that was my user proxy that just basically fed that same request I had, I believe, straight to the primary assistant here. And then the primary assistant used this skill called Find Archive Papers, which I believe came with AutogenStudio. So this is remarkable for home scientists, right? Or even universities. Get your local archive studio running and just give incredible access to your students, right, for their research. But anyways, it gave you a few here, a few examples. Then it delves deeper and it tries to refine the answer. So that's what it's doing right now, is it's refining. Uh, it's still going here. I don't know exactly how long it will go, but we can see it will keep going here. Here's the oh no, I'm sorry. I did have to change one thing. I had to go into the was it this? Into some base file, and I saw where AutogenStudio, I saw in the logs where it had a base URL. Oh, is this it right here? Sync API client? Yes, this is what I did. I changed this line right here. Um, in the OpenAI site package, because AutogenStudio is kind of built around OpenAI. They're both Microsoft, well, not products, but OpenAI is they Microsoft invests heavily in OpenAI, and this sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Um, this AutogenStudio, it's a Microsoft product too. Sorry, AutogenStudio is OpenAI, so it kind of makes sense that they kind of use each other or whatever. So I saw where it was setting the base URL, and you could probably find a config file to do this with. I was experimenting with that a little bit, or trying to with this. Um, I I couldn't quite get it with config files, but I'm sure that if I continued to look around at it, I could figure it out. And then in here, it just you have your local models pointing to um, your local model server. I'm running Llama 3 and it's just working wonderfully. You can see I did come across one error, I think, but I don't even remember what it was. But it seemed like this request finished okay to me. Uh, and it has all of the history right here. That's one nice thing about this UI is this all of the history of the agents you can see right here, user proxy to primary assistant. It'll give you the history once it finishes responding. So that's really convenient. You can see exactly how the AI agents made their decisions to give you the response that they gave you. Uh, if this finishes at all soon, I'll show you the sine flow, the sine wave one that I did earlier on here that worked. But let's see if this is running still. Well, we'll see. I'm probably going to cut the video here and just skip to once this is back, this gives me a response, and we'll see what the response is. Uh, so yeah, we'll give that just a minute, and I'll see you in a moment. Okay, and we're back. They finished the agents. You can see agents responded. Certainly, here's a brief summary of the paper. Recent advances in quantum simulation with cold atoms from 2011, so 13 years ago, kind of out of date. Did I specify recent advances? I just said what are most promising scientific advances. I should have said recent, but I did say most promising, so maybe that's why this is older, because it's very promising and it's holding true. I don't know. In any case, here's the 12 messages. It took 10 minutes to run this. So that's we've got to get that speed down. This other one, let's see if we can just scroll to the top. Yeah, you can see here 22 minutes it took this other one. 12 messages. This one took 10 minutes and 45 seconds. So yeah, that takes a while. But yeah, that's the reason this I think all works is because these contexts are passed with a string of previous messages into the history, right? Each this I think was maybe the response, but you're going to get a series of messages like this role in content assistant or user proxy or whatever, and um, it helps it to track state and also context, right? That's the context windows. This 8,000 context window for Llama 3, that's pretty low. But there are some. I think that there are other versions coming out soon with like 128K. I want to say somebody was releasing a version of Llama 3 with a 128K context window. Those that will come in time, and that will only make this better. The only thing is that the larger your context window gets, the longer it takes to the AI to process all of that input and generate an output that is meaningful. Um, so yeah, I mean that's pretty doggone impressive. Here, let's go to the sine wave one. This was something I said earlier. Right, I just clicked the sine wave button here, which is a built-in thing, and it just popped up this message. Write a Python script to plot a sine wave and save it to disk as a ping file, sinewave.png. Uh, and you get agents. You're welcome, blah, blah, blah. And here's the results. One file, and you can see, well, hot dog, that's looks right. This is all running locally. You can see the same workflow, local workflow. I don't remember what this one was. Uh, oh, this was earlier. I was running this inside my my VS Code 2, and so it didn't have quite the permissions, I guess, to execute things on my system. So now I'm running it through PowerShell, and I just run AutogenStudio UI port 8081, I think is the command. It's a very simple command, and it's the simplest command. Sorry, I had to do that. So yeah, just you run a little command in here. I did have to do something. like export some key or key set or I don't know something uh, before I was able to execute scripts in the PowerShell. But once I could do that, I was able to activate my correct environment and run the script with all of the Python libraries installed. So that's it. I just wanted to show a little bit about this Autogen Studio running locally with LM Studio on Llama 3. It's amazing, and by golly, it's going to knock our socks off. So thanks for watching if you watched this far, and see you again maybe next time.